Hello my friends, what is up? It's Kat here. We are getting back into The Legend of Korra Book 3 this morning. I am so excited. I think what is standing out the most so far about the conflict at hand this season, which interestingly enough, they've already established the threat. There is this great danger that Korra is in right now. Whatever we are dealing with right now is enough for Zuko to come out of retirement. So I think that's what the most interesting element of this season has been so far. We've obviously seen these figures in action. We've heard of what their quest might be and how it perhaps entails the Avatar, you know, of course, the elimination of the White Lotus. We've seen their demise at the hand of these criminals before, so they've still really established that these people are not to be trifled with. I'm scared, but I still don't know for what. Yes, we've seen them in action a little bit, and we know how skilled they all clearly are. And now, of course, there's this prisoner, Peli, at the Water Tribe that is, I'm sure, about to break out of prison in spite of Zuko actually being there to try to intercept that and prevent it from happening in the first place. But perhaps we will get to see Zuko in action trying to prevent this himself. They've established such a looming threat, yet we don't entirely know what Korra is up against, but I'm still scared for her freaking life, y'all. And this is also a little bit of a different dynamic as well. The conflict in books 1 and 2 was centralized around one main antagonist, Amon, and then Unalaq, but now she's dealing with the whole quad of them. And again, as Zuko alluded, they can together take down the whole world. So if you hear a rabid chihuahua barking, please ignore that. It's not mine. Book 3, Episode 4, In Harm's Way. Yep, pretty much. That actually perfectly summarizes the danger that I've just described for the past 5 minutes. Oh frick, here we go.
And at a prison in the north, Tonraq and Lord Zuko prepare for Zahir's imminent attack.
Oh god, let's get it. Hold down the fort, y'all. Come on. Imagine being cold 24/7. That's torture. This is a little devious on all their parts.
The only thing I saw was a snowstorm heading our way.
Oh good. Perfect distraction.
That's not a snowstorm.
Oh, F.
I pushed you away once, Zahir, and I'm going to do it again.
Come on, emo twins. For once I am rooting for y'all. Oh god. The watery arms. Oh, frick. She's good. Oh god, Jesus. Where's Zuko? We need the big guns. We're not firing on all cylinders right now. Oh, they even put something on, like, her brain? Oh, F. Frick this. Huh? Oh god. Dracarys them, come on! Shiz.
I've waited 13 years to feel this warm.
13 years? So that means Korra would have been in training at the time. Oh no, frick! That is freaking sick, but scary.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I never doubted.
That felt like the scene in The Shining when they're driving away on the snowmobile after all the carnage.
I got him! These passports should get you into the upper ring. If it's true the Earth Queen is forcing airbenders into her army, we have to do something about it.
I love you both. Come visit again.
We will, Grandma.
I love you too, Grandma. And Chow Jr.
Oh.
And there he is, Big T and little T.
You're okay. Where have you been?
Met our family. Grandma tears. Mako scarf. Queen lying.
I knew it. I swear the next time I see her, it's the Queen.
Dunk on her!
Quick, Pabu, shirt.
Oh yeah, she doesn't like animals.
Sorry.
We've received word from the Yang province. There have been reports of airbenders there.
So, I assume you will be leaving immediately.
Anyway, if you need any assistance packing, let Gun know.
I'm not sure about leaving so soon. Our airship is having engine trouble.
I can't believe the Earth Queen is conscripting airbenders.
Guys, what if Kai was spotted airbending?
We'll find him. We just need to figure out where to look.
I bet they're under Lake Laogai. I've been reading some of Janora's books.
And I know how to check it out without being caught. I can project my spirit into it.
Oh!
You can still do that?
It's not as powerful as it was during harmonic convergence.
Let's go get Kai out. Let's get all the airbenders out.
You are the property of the Earth Kingdom.
Property!
It is your duty to serve the Earth Queen.
Go easy on me. I'm not that good.
Never show mercy. Now attack your opponent, and this time, like you mean it.
Okay, Cobra Kai.
A soldier never apologizes to his enemy.
I'm not a soldier.
You will be when I'm through with you.
Ah! Holy frick. Get him, Kai.
Then you're not getting enough rocks for yourself.
Get him! Oh, frick. Oh, rats.
Throw him in the hole.
How does that make sense? You're trying to raise an army and you're gonna throw away your best soldier?
Jinora? I thought you were a ghost. It's good to see you. We're going to get you all out of here. Jinora. Thanks.
Oh.
The Earth Queen's temple.
We have to get into that compound tonight and get those airbenders out.
All we'll need is 12 tons of blasting jelly. And does anyone have a badger mole that knows Morse code?
Leave it to Booby. Oh, let's go. She got the news.
We need to get Korra out of here immediately. Her life's in danger.
What?
I just got word from Lord Zuko in Tunrock. Zahir and the others have escaped. Zahir is an airbender now.
No.
Oh my god, I have chills.
All right. Hold on.
After we found out you were the Avatar, Zahir and 3 others attempted to kidnap you.
So that's why you and my dad sheltered me away.
It was for your own safety.
To this day, no one knows what their motive was.
I'm not running.
Korra, you don't understand. They're like nothing you've ever faced before.
I'm not a little kid anymore. Came here for one thing, to find airbenders, and I'm not leaving without them.
Let's get them and get out of here. Where are they?
In a military compound. We're busting them out.
Well, at least now we got Lynn in our numbers. Let's go.
You shouldn't be walking around here all alone.
I'm not alone.
Hey!
Booby and Korra, you two will come with me to find the airbenders. We'll meet on the surface shortly. Radio us if anything goes wrong.
Let's go, team.
What's going on? Who are you?
I'm the Avatar.
You must stay calm and quiet if we want this to work. We're going to get you away from the Earth Queen and out of the city.
Let's go, gang. I'm just shocked nobody's noticed yet.
Come on, we're getting you out.
Kai! Mwah.
Tenz's not gonna be happy about this.
Then don't tell him.
Why not? I'm really sorry about stealing your wallets and running away.
We can't stay mad at you.
Yes, we can. I had a lot of money in that wallet.
Oh no.
Come on, it's clear.
I don't think so. Ah, frick.
So you've discovered my elite army. These airbenders shouldn't be used as weapons.
Taking them will constitute an act of war.
I will bear down on you with the entire force of my kingdom.
Oh shit.
They're leaving with me.
Oh, frick, no! Not the hands! Let's get it! Go, team! No! Oh, frick, no! Why is it always poor Jinora?
I guess I am as good as I thought.
Tell him! Ah, go, go, go now! Dream team, Tenzin and Korra, let's get them! Go, fly! Get the frick out of there!
Down those airships!
No, 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 no. Oh god. Oh, frick! This is so stressful. Oh god. Well, that was lucky.
Bring me those airships now!
I know that none of you chose to become airbenders. You can come with me to the Northern Air Temple to live in peace and train as air nomads. You are no longer anyone's property.
Why do I want to cry?
You just
I want to go with you. Me too. I
I'll
want
go too.
No. Don't, Tenzin, that's gonna do me in. Ugh.
I'll send more airbenders your way when I find
No,
them.
we need Tenzin to protect Korra.
You did well, Korra.
wishes.
Only the beginning.
No, they're splitting up. No. Why do I feel like that's not gonna bode well? Yeah, this is only the beginning. Your life is in danger, girlfriend. Oh god, oh god. That illuminates quite a lot. The entirety of season 1. There I was saying, this feels so uncharacteristic for them to... I can't imagine that Aang would have wanted this for Korra, you know, to be confined to this compound, to just do nothing but train, never experience the real world or have a real childhood. You know, especially Aang with his youthful energy, and he always, you know, clung to that. At the end of the day, in spite of everything, in spite of the stakes, he allowed himself to be a child. So that's why it was so surprising to learn that this would have been his final wish, to have Korra instructed and trained and molded in these kind of, you know, circumstances, just tucked away from the rest of the world. I just never could have grasped that or fully believed that he would have necessarily wanted that. So this makes quite a lot of sense. They threw Aang under the bus here to, you know, to kind of justify it as this is what he wanted for you. I think that's what they told her, right? I can't really fully remember, but I think that's the excuse that they gave. That freaking explains it. So there I was assuming that, you know, these threats here were antagonists from Zuko's past, or, you know, Aang. That was just my assumption when Zuko's first initial reaction was, we need to protect the Avatar. I assumed that they just have some sort of, well, they do. They clearly have some sort of, you know, objective in mind of kidnapping Korra, but for what? When Peli broke out, she had mentioned it had been 13 years. So yeah, Korra would have been a child. She would have been like the toddler that we saw after she, you know, her parents unveiled that she was the Avatar. After, you know, all of these criminals had been apprehended and clearly tucked away in the most maximum security possible circumstances, verging on, dare I say, torture, you know, keeping her in this underground freaking ice dungeon. To be cold 24/7? Frick that. It's like torturous. These literal dire, torturous circumstances in which clearly none of them had broken out for over a decade until Zahir acquired his airbending capabilities. But if that anomaly had never freaking happened, they probably still would have been in there. So they must be such dangerous, treacherous threats that even after having been apprehended and thrown and locked in such maximum security circumstances, they still contained Korra on her own compound and in a way had maximum security for her. So I guess that's understandable that if this one scenario in which they attempted to kidnap her for whatever purposes, I'm not even gonna try to guess. I guess that certainly would have been a little scarring. You know, I was gonna say, like, that seems a little bit, like, extra. Like, I can understand having kept her in this compound for the majority of her childhood following that, but to never let her break out even after 10 plus years of these people having been kept in prison successfully? Like, how long were they planning on having kept her there? Good for Korra. There she was reclaiming, you know, having that realization, the epiphany of like, this is why y'all locked me up forever. She doesn't want to retreat. Like, good for her, but at the same time to hear Lin be like, no girl, you don't understand. You do not understand what the freak you are up against. This is so tough because it's like, yes, I'm rooting for Tenzin. Him tearing up made me freaking tear up. That broke me in a good way. My soul was happy, but I just don't like this. Him and Korra separating. We need the big guns. We literally need everybody to be protecting her right now, and I frankly don't trust. I trust Lin Beifong with my life, but I don't trust all the metal benders that she has. We've seen them get dunked on many times, so I don't feel like the security in Republic City is that tight, you know, especially since the president doesn't even necessarily want Korra there. Like, the city's in a little bit of shambles right now. It's already like exposed and vulnerable and not operating at full peak capacity, so I just don't think any of this is good. Where would be the best? They're gonna frickin' find her. I mean, we literally had Zuko Dracarys them. Like, how are they gonna... How did they apprehend these people in the first place? We need Tonraq now. He clearly was involved in the efforts to, you know, apprehend them and lock them up in the first place. They were threatening his literal child. So I would like to see him rise up. I'd like to see him get his time to shine because season 2, like, he's such a force. I think he's such a great dynamic character, and there were a lot of like internal conflicts they explored for him in his past and the baggage, and exiled from his tribe for so long. So he's finally reclaiming that. He reclaimed his rightful title as chief. He was getting dunked on quite a lot by Unalaq in season 2. Give him his time to shine. Show him dunking on these people to protect Korra. So much of book 2 was Korra reassuring him, like, Dad, you don't have to fight this battle for me now. Like, this is my fight. I have to do this. But I wouldn't mind seeing Tonraq snap into beast mode. But yeah, I just can't believe Tenzin in his right mind, knowing the threat, the harm's way that she is in. Yes, I know this is like literally, the timing's not great. This is his life's mission. This is literally like the accomplishment of his life. The revival of airbending, that's obviously his dream. But can you put it on hold for 1 second, Tenzin? I just feel like we're gonna need you. I feel like we're gonna need all the power players we can get to protect Korra with our lives. You know, one thing about this show that's really phenomenal is, as you guys have informed me, you know, as we've gone through each book here, this story, these 4 seasons here were not, the showrunners had absolutely no knowledge as they were working on each season that there was a guarantee or a given that a new one was going to be greenlit without having any guarantee that they were going to be able to continue the story. So for this show to have been so consecutively awesome as it has been, and for each season to really feel like they work and are entwined together, there's certainly a risk if you are just writing a story and you think it's a one clean slate, and then suddenly you get the opportunity to add on to that story and keep going, could easily open room for a more disjointed kind of feel if you're not constructing it from start to finish as one whole piece. In spite of that, in spite of the fact that they were operating without the certainty that the show was even gonna continue to get seasons approved, it's so freaking well developed, and every season just adds on and supplements the other ones like perfectly. All I'm saying is they're cooking. That was just one story element that I could never fully subscribe to. The fact that Aang himself would have wanted this, would have wanted that type of confined upbringing for Korra. So this explanation here, even though you're getting it like several seasons later, and they didn't even know they were going to be able to continue the story this way. Like, I'm just so impressed, obviously, but really grateful that we're getting that kind of, that explanation now. In hindsight, that it sits so much better with me that there would have been something like a catalyst. And now we don't have Tenzin, so let's just keep going and pray for the best, y'all. Alright, let's get back into it. Episode 5. The Metal Clan. Oh shiz, what does that mean?
With Tenzin busy bringing the new recruits, Korra's protection now rests in Bayfon's hands.
I don't think they should have split up.
While you're playing fetch, 4 of the most dangerous criminals in the world are hunting you down. You should get moving.
No one knows where I am right now except us.
We just got a call on the radio about another airbender.
A city called Zaofu, the home of the Metal Clan.
No, I feel like that's a trap.
That's where we're going next.
Uh-oh, I feel like Lynn has a history there. Oh, Lynn! I'm glad she's already been more involved in this season. She kind of wasn't too present in book 2.
Wow! An entire city made of metal!
Yeah!
Big whoop. Just find the airbender and let's get moving. And don't tell anyone I'm here.
Why not?
Lynn, why don't you want to be
Cranky pants.
here?
Avatar Korra, it is an honor to meet you. Is this everyone?
Yep, just us.
Right this way.
And this is the Air Acolyte Dining Hall where everyone eats.
It's so nice to meet you. How exciting.
Excuse me, my name is Yoru.
No.
I heard this was the place to come if you're a new airbender.
He shaved his head. No.
Right, stranger.
I woke up and suddenly I could do this.
No.
We got another one!
No. Shouldn't Kaya recognize him?
That statue honors the first metal bender, Toph Beifong.
Let's go.
Does Toph live here? Are we gonna get to meet her?
Years ago, she left to wander the world in search of enlightenment.
Oh.
No one has seen her since.
Oh. Toph wanted enlightenment? Why do I find that hard to believe? Maybe she's like Lynn and just wanted to be left alone.
Wow. Is this some kind of combat training?
They are rehearsing for a dance premiere next month.
That's it for today, everyone.
Allow me to introduce the matriarch of the Metal Clan, Su Yin.
And this must be Mako, Bolin, and Asami.
You've done your research.
Is she Lynn's sister?
Korra, why did you lie when I asked if there was anyone else with you?
What?
I am a truth seer.
Oh, frick.
We came with Republic City's chief of police. She didn't want anyone to know she was here.
Lynn's here.
Wait,
It's
you
totally
two
your
know each
sister.
other?
You're joking, right? I'm Lynn's sister.
Oh, she's got family drama.
I found out why you were so against coming here.
We're blood, Lynn, and after 30 years, the least you could do is say hello.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, how was she wronged? Who hurt you?
Spoken in 30 years?
You're the one who tore our family apart.
Oh.
You've done a bang-up job keeping it that way.
Lynn, your niece is the new airbender.
Terrific.
This is my daughter, Opal.
I can't believe you're really here. You are so amazing.
I'm Bolin.
Opal, but you already knew that.
Great, we found the airbender. Let's take her back to the airship and get out of here.
The woman apparently trying to abduct you is your Aunt Lynn. So I've set all of you up in the guest houses while Korra trains Opal.
I was hoping she could train with the rest of the airbenders at the Northern Temple. I guess I could help her get started.
Absolutely not. We're leaving.
If you're concerned about security, don't be. This is the safest city in the world.
Come on, we can stay a little while.
What?
I'm not very good.
That's okay. Why don't you try it with me? Wow, you're a natural.
Thanks.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Disgraceful.
Milo! Except he's in danger. Like, yeah, how the frick is it that everybody else who acquired airbending suddenly is not that adept at it, yet he is dunking on everyone?
A student is only as good as his master.
No, don't hurt him!
Wait, he's with a whole group of other airbenders at the Northern Temple, and he wants all of you to join them.
And the Avatar is with him?
No, apparently she had to split off from Tenzin.
I was really looking forward to meeting her.
Why does it Kaya? I mean, unless he totally disguised himself if he had hair in the past. I feel like still Kaya should know.
Pleasure.
5 kids, what a nightmare.
Children are a blessing.
Yeah, Mom used to say that too, but she never meant it.
Did they have very different upbringings?
How's your search for the new airbenders going?
We had to rescue a whole group of them from the Earth Queen.
Oh, she's horrible. She thinks she can just do whatever she wants.
Hey everyone, my little sister is an expert on world affairs now.
You want to talk about what's really bugging you? Because I'm right here.
Have at it!
Sorry we're late, everyone.
Oh!
Varric! Never convicted. That's because you escaped prison.
Varric's heading up my new technology division.
The future is magnets.
I'm trying to keep the Avatar safe, and you're harboring a criminal?
Sure, Varric's made a few mistakes in his past.
A
But that
few?
doesn't mean he should pay for it the rest of his life. My chef was a pirate, but
Subtweet.
now people change.
You haven't.
Lynn!
Maybe this other sister received more love from Toph than Lynn.
Maybe you're right, bro. Maybe Opal is bone material. Thanks.
Yeah, she's the freaking sweetest person you've ever met. And she's not a toxic emo twin.
I wanted to make my mark on the world.
It's amazing. Can I ask, what happened with you two?
We didn't have a normal childhood. Because Mom grew up in such a strict house, she gave us all the freedom in the world. But we both ended up fighting for Mom's attention. Lynn followed in her footsteps and became a cop. Mom wasn't too happy with how either of us turned out. I left home to explore the world. I finally realized what I was looking for was a family.
It sounds like you've created the perfect life here.
But I gave up hope long ago of her ever coming around.
This is only one side of the story, though. What does Lynn have to say?
Hey, little lady.
Wow.
Why are you acting weird? I don't like how you're talking to me.
I just get really self-conscious when I know a girl likes me, and I end up acting stupid.
Do me a favor and stop trying. Just be yourself.
Yeah, I guess I could give that a shot.
Can I steal you away from Bolin for a minute? I need your help with something.
Enter the void, empty, and become wind.
No one's allowed in Daddy's study except Daddy. What were you reading?
A poem by Guru Lahima, the wisest airbender who ever lived.
Iki,
Night.
Good night.
You seem to know a lot about airbender history for someone who just got airbending.
I've always
Sniff him
admired
out,
the culture.
Kaya.
Where did you say you were from?
A small village up north. You've probably never heard of it.
Wait. Zahir.
No. Oh, frick, no. Get him, Kaya. Yes, Kaya. Come on, Queen. Ah, no.
I'm afraid I have other plans.
Ah, shiz.
Who is it? I brought someone who wants to talk to you.
I'm sorry being here has been so hard for you. I'd heard so many great things about you from Mom and Grandma Toph. I guess I was kind of sad that you didn't want to get to know me.
Korra's weaponizing the sweet, innocent, pure one.
Get out.
Lena!
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
Get out!
Lynn, you're nicer than that. Come
What's your
on.
problem? Why don't you focus on fixing the world and stop trying to fix my family?
Sue's right. You're always going to be a bitter, lonely woman.
Okay, hit it where it hurts. Oh, Lynn. That hurt. Stop, I freaking love Lynn. We know she's better than this. Like, I don't believe her sister's side is the full story. We also know from the past that things didn't really work out for Lynn. She was in love with Tenzin. Pema scoops him up right out from under her. So, nothing against Pema. They have a beautiful, lovely life, a beautiful, lovely family. But like, yeah, look at them. They have a beautiful life and family. For Lynn, she was robbed of that, you know? Did she ever move on? I'm just theorizing here, but I know Lynn has a bigger heart than what she's displaying right now. We know she's literally risked her entire life to protect Tenzin and his family. Like, she still obviously has a lot of care for him. At the end of the day, though, Lynn was still willing to sacrifice herself. Sure, that could speak to maybe the fact that she still cares about him or hasn't moved on necessarily, but I think it also just is a broader statement for that she's a good person, you know? Like, so I don't believe that what we've learned from her sister is the entire side of the story here. I don't doubt that Toph maybe wasn't the best parent. That's what's been a really interesting part of this show, having hear through the grapevine of, you know, characteristics and how our faves, you know, turned out to be in their adulthood. You know, it is like a little bit painful, for example, to learn that Aang perhaps played favorites with Tenzin and prioritized him and their bonding as the sole, you know, airbending child, you know? And maybe his other two children didn't get the same love and attention. It's hard to hear, but it's more understandable, I think, that Toph would have not necessarily been the most, like, involved mom. Frankly, when we met Lynn's character, I was almost a little bit shocked that Toph even had children, because for someone who had such a tough childhood herself and never really was very family oriented, it seems, at least with her parents, you know? I don't believe, though, that Lynn's sister is lying when she admitted that Toph kind of just was a hands-off mother and let them just do their own thing. I also don't fully believe that Toph, I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking everybody's character, the nature of their characters right now, but I don't believe Toph, of all people, would have gone out in search of enlightenment. I don't know, perhaps all this family drama was too much for her as well, and she just wanted to leave. But there's Lynn accusing her sister of tearing their family apart. Like, that wasn't necessarily just a throwaway comment there. I think there's more to it than that. There's some layers, and perhaps there's some accountability here that her sister is not accepting and would have lied by omission and withheld from Korra when trying to give her the details, the backstory. Lynn was clearly, I don't know, perhaps she feels like she was wronged. Perhaps her sister did wrong her and actually did do something, you know, to create a rift in their family. Or perhaps Lynn is just projecting the, I don't know, whatever crumbled between their family, whatever baggage there might be. Perhaps she's just projecting that on her sister, but I know Lynn is better than this. If you grow up constantly fighting for your mother's approval, that'll totally wreck you. That's totally awful. That'll definitely do some emotional damage. I don't think she would ever be the one to admit it, so that's why she's maybe just bottling it up here and just expressing it through her anger and disdain for being here right now. But perhaps she does have jealousy and envy for what her sister has. You know, this huge life with this big family, lots of children, surrounded, you know, by family. And like, she kind of obviously, I guess, took what they were deprived of from their childhoods, you know, this kind of like familial love and adoration and attention that Toph didn't give them, and she decided to act on it and have her own family and show her kids a different life than that, versus, you know, maybe Lynn can't have kids of her own. I don't know, maybe there's more to it than this, but she obviously has a different life, pursued a different path, and has her career and whatnot, has other responsibilities on her plate. I don't believe that just being the sole reason for her behavior right now. Like, sure, perhaps Lynn has reflected on what, you know, she chose, the lifestyle she chose and what she had to sacrifice for it, you know, pursuing her career. And I feel like there's more here with Toph. Like, perhaps, I don't know, maybe Lynn knows the true reason why Toph left, just up and left, and nobody has seen her since. Like, blames her sister for that and holds resentment there. Like, who knows? This is interesting. I'm just so glad we're getting more of Lynn's character, because she was such a boss. She was such a champ, and we literally did see her sacrifice her life to protect others in season 1, so that's why I'm finding her behavior here so hard to believe. Yeah, she's tough, but I don't think she's mean. She's not cold-hearted. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna fight for Lynn and say that this is not fully what happened here necessarily, perhaps. I don't know. Other good news, we got to see Kaya freaking snap in. Yes, literally go to town. Unfortunately, it was too late. But this still doesn't answer the question. You know, Kaya was sniffing him out. She was onto him, and she was questioning, like, how is everybody else failing at this, but you just picked it up in a second? You know, he's able to perfectly ace all of these tasks and trials that the other airbenders are still struggling to grasp, you know, because they're all still learning, yet he's dunking on everybody with the full power of a freaking master. Like, but he's also clearly a fanboy, and perhaps a little too much. Like, it almost is verging on, like, obsession in a way. Like, he's able to quote, I don't know, could that explain, like, what's his fixation, obsession here? I don't want to jump to conclusions and say that he values these teachings here. Like, you know, he keeps quoting, like, the wisest airbender to ever live. I don't know if it's an obsession or a vendetta, but they can be masked. They can kind of present as the same thing at times. Could that be the only reason why he's just very adept at this all of a sudden right out of the gate? Because as we've seen, you know, on Tenzin's journey trying to recruit all of the other newfound airbenders, nobody expressed the slightest bit of interest, and this is Tenzin's, you know, life's work. He obviously has the passion and the dedication and has studied, you know, everything about the Air Nation and airbenders of old, and Zahir's like the only one who seems to seemingly also have an appreciation, or at least an understanding and a knowledge of that, to the point that it, like, bells went off for Kaya. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think just necessarily studying something to the point that you're, like, obsessed with it, or he has whatever knowledge about airbending, you know, I don't buy that obsession alone would then immediately translate into him having master capabilities when it comes to combat and wielding, like, airbending as soon as he got it. How was he a threat prior to being apprehended? And he's also the leader of their group, yet as he was busting out, the White Lotus was like, you're not a bender. They were so taken aback. So I think my former theory of him having been a bender in a previous element and then Aang having stripped that from him, that theory no longer holds up, because Aang was no longer around in order to take people's bending abilities. So how is he powerful in other ways? In spite of not being a bender, he's been described as the leader of this group here, and they're all clearly very, very capable benders, forces to be reckoned with. What does he bring to the table that is equally dangerous? And how did that, in some way, shape, or form, influence the fact that he's been able to just immediately pick up airbending? Well, I'm gonna just stop asking questions because I know we're getting closer to getting some answers. Alright, episode 6. I'm so freaking scared. Old wounds, shnikes.
Zahir infiltrated Air Temple Island looking for the Avatar and is now a wanted man in Republic City.
Like, I just don't understand. He was able to beat Kaya, who's been a master of her trade for so much longer. I don't know.
Hey, has anyone seen Chief Bayfong?
She's probably off sulking in her room.
All set for your power disc game today, guys?
You should go play with us.
I can't metal bend.
Really? Lynn never offered to train you? As the Avatar, you should have mastery over all the elements.
You should try it too.
Nah. I'm more of an Earth guy.
Well, let me know if you change your mind.
Is that who I think it is?
Julie, mark it down. Magnet suit test successful.
What do you two think you're doing? Get back to work. The Avatar is in danger, and these two knuckleheads are just standing around chit-chatting. I'm going to check every inch of this place.
You need to relax.
I'm fine. Ugh.
You are under a dangerous amount of stress. I know a great acupuncturist in town who will be able to help you.
Take a break, Lynn. Go have a little spa day.
Seems like you made quite a stir on Air Temple Island.
You still want to try to take out the president? No, he'll have to wait. We leave today. There's our ticket out of here.
We don't want money.
Oh God.
How many of those things are you going to stick in me?
There's nothing to be scared about. Take a deep breath.
Oh God, I don't like this. Ugh.
This process will correct the imbalances in your chi. Please tell me if
Ow.
you feel any pain or pressure. Your chi must be powerfully blocked. We're going to need more needles.
Oh God. She's gonna be chock full of them.
Sue, what are you doing home? You're supposed to be in school. What are you doing hanging out with these losers?
Come on, guys, let's get out of here.
You have so much potential. You're ruining your life.
At least I have a life.
So if Toph was the absent mother, Lynn had to really do a lot of the maybe raising her sister. Whoa! Oh, she can really bend.
That's amazing. Try it.
Well, Lynn, what are you doing?
He secretly wants to
Hey,
learn.
ladies, I was just looking for Pabu. Anyway, so what are you guys doing? You're metal bending over here or something?
Want to give it a shot? The only thing limiting you is your attitude. Try to focus on the fine pieces of earth within the metal.
Okay, Korra.
I can't believe it. Great job, Korra.
Maybe Bolin has tried to metal bend before and he can't.
Calling all units. Robbery reported on the corner of 5th and Harbor.
Unit 3 responding.
Leave them alone.
Uh-oh. Your sister was a little criminal. Uh-oh.
I'm done here.
Oh no.
You owe Opal an apology for the way you treated her last night.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Finish the job.
I tried to warn you. Just relax and breathe.
What are you going to do, officer? Arrest me?
Don't even think about taking one more step.
Her sister is a little criminal. That's how she got her scars. So she's emotionally and physically scarred by her sis.
Got a delivery to make in Value. I should be back later today. One more pickup, then I'm clocking out.
I thought you said you had a delivery. I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle and open the back of the truck.
Hey, get back here!
He's like, everybody run for your lives. Ugh.
Let's get out of here!
Oh, what the heck? They are a force to be reckoned with. How did all these people find each other?
Oh, wow. You really know how to sneak up on someone. I've been trying to metal bend, and I can't figure it out. This isn't the first time I've tried. I mean, I've been wanting to metal bend ever since I heard about Toph. Your grandmother is my biggest hero.
My mom grew up learning from Toph. Stop being so scared.
What about you? You want to go to the Northern Air Temple to train with Tenzin, but you haven't done it because you're afraid too.
I don't want to leave my family and disappoint my mom.
Look at us, talking about our feelings.
Oh, I think he's found his keeper.
What were you thinking?
She's the one who was running around with criminals. Sue, you need to leave the city as soon as possible.
Lynn, give me the arrest report.
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm the chief of police. I can't have a daughter in jail. This is our only option.
I need to do something I should have done a long time ago.
She gonna arrest her sister.
I
What's up? It's time we talk.
She's probably so salty that she was the one who was doing all the right things, playing by the rules, and her sister got to break them and then go explore the world and then has this whole different life now.
After 30 years, you're finally ready to talk.
In Mom's office that day, you stayed quiet and let Mom throw her whole career away.
Mom didn't throw her career away. She retired the next year. She was a hero.
She was so guilt-ridden about what she did to protect you, she didn't feel worthy of her badge.
Mom and I already talked about this years ago and worked things out. I've been a different person for a long time.
Maybe you can fool everyone else, but you can't fool me. I've seen right through you.
You're still a bitter loner who only cares about herself. I wonder Tenzin ended things with you years ago.
Whoa! That's it! Yeah! Yeah, she probably doesn't feel like her sister deserves any of this lavish life that she's got.
Actually, it looks kind of better now.
Ow. Okay.
What are you two doing?
Who's gonna knock?
Chief, you've been sleeping for 16 hours. Oh!
Huh?
Good morning.
What?
Kale, coconut water, and walnuts.
Not bad. Opal, don't go. Please, sit down.
What's happening?
Talk to you.
Is she suddenly a new person now that all of her trauma is healed?
I wanted to say I'm sorry about the other night. You're a smart young woman. And an excellent airbender. It would be a wonderful opportunity for you to train with the other airbenders at the Northern Air Temple. When I was younger, all I wanted to do was please my mother. You need to make decisions based on what you want. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
Heal your inner child,
Velez
Lynn.
decided to go to the Northern Air Temple. I'm glad she was honest with me. I want her to do what makes her happy. I think it's time I let her choose her own way. I can't imagine what my life would have been like if Mom hadn't sent me away.
You'd probably be in prison.
Mako told me that you're an excellent police chief. I know Mom is proud. Can we move on? I'd love for you to be a part of my life again.
How about for now, I just promise not to show up at your house and attack you again.
Deal. We should have grabbed one of those cops. Maybe they know something about where the Avatar is hiding. We'll find her.
She's with the Metal Clan.
Alright, what the heck? What the frick? How? Alright, this man has some sort of, maybe he's just, like, very in tune spiritually? Like, For example, obviously we saw Jinora, she was able to project her spirit there in order to uncover where the Earth Queen was hiding the airbenders and connect with Kai and whatnot, and she alluded to harmonic convergence being like the peak of her, you know, kind of strength. Perhaps Zahir is not necessarily a bender, but he has just a very, I don't know, adept spiritual, meditative presence that is giving him, that is lending itself to his power here. I don't want them to discover Korra, but I'm getting antsy here. Like, the build-up, the tension of, like, you know Shiz is gonna hit the fan and she's, like, in absolute sheer danger, but you still don't, to what extent, it's still a mystery of, like, what the frick do they want? What the frick are they gonna do? But we've seen them, you know, it's been made very clear that they can dunk on, even when they're outnumbered by, you know, significant number of forces, they can still dunk on people. You just know Shiz is gonna hit the fan, and it's like, alright, they still have yet to strike, and we're like, alright, getting halfway through the season here, and they still have yet to make their attack. So maybe this means they're gonna bypass, they're not gonna go to Tenzin at the Air Temple. Please spare him. So even if she were to go hide anywhere, she couldn't. What do they freaking want with her? Alright, I keep trying to make guesses, because we keep getting new little snippets of information, bit by bit by bit. I need an answer, like, how is this guy so powerful in spite of not being a bender. But the frick, now he is. What was so threatening about him prior to... I guess I should be really analyzing his companions here and the imprisoned circumstances that they were all thrown in that were meant to, you know, prevent them from doing their thing. You know, for example, his girlfriend she's able to spontaneously combust with her brain, so they locked her up down, like, deep under the ice, freezing cold circumstances, and had this armor, kind of like Man in the Iron Mask, almost verging on to prevent her, just as one little added layer of protection between the world and her prefrontal cortex. Watery arms, she was levitated over boiling, you know, molten fire there, depleted of moisture, you know, super dry, super hot circumstances. The other dude was locked on a ship. Like, was that ship just permanently for 13 years just like floating out there? So why was Zahir completely, totally isolated and only visited once every few weeks for rations, for food delivery? The others had constant protection, constant guards. Wait, yeah, I didn't even freaking realize that. The other three were locked in maximum security circumstances, and they had constant security. There were constant patrols around them. Zahir, on the other hand, was in complete and total isolation, and they only ever visited him when absolutely necessary to drop off some food. So why could that have been? Can he somehow, I don't know, does he have like mental capabilities? Can he like overtake people's minds or something like that? He was the only one who wasn't under permanent supervision. I don't know. Ugh, the way they've done this is so juicy, it's so good. They've only released little details, little subtle, but like that's something I didn't even totally pick up on. Like, what could that mean? Everybody else was locked in circumstances that not only were max security, but were purposefully designed to inhibit whatever their bending, whatever their threatening skill was, and him specifically was just total isolation. So, maybe him having airbending now is like the least of our worries. It's interesting, they've built this up now to be like, frick, you know it's inevitable, you know it's gonna freaking happen, so just do it, just send it. You know that Korra is gonna be learning more if they go try to abduct her again, so, you know, she'll be getting those answers, as will we. I'm glad Lynn has healed her inner child here. I'm sure she also has some regrets. You know, her sister was saying, we invited you to have an intervention, we invited you to have some family time, heart to hearts to heal. I'm sure Lynn held some resentment against, you know, Toph as well. She was constantly doing the right thing, literally altered the course of her life, her ambitions and future, to pursue the same career path, to try to just impress her mother, thinking that was the only thing she could do to get her adoration and approval, and she wasn't getting that validation, so I'm sure she resented Toph. And then Toph, you know, disappears and goes to do her own thing, so perhaps she never even got to, like, say goodbye to her mother before she went out in search of enlightenment, and now nobody's seen her since. That's gotta be a tough circumstance. And yeah, her sister, now we know, has this huge lavish life, this great family, she's flourishing, she's doing amazing, and she should have been in prison. Anyway, glad she healed her inner child, so now she can be operating at full peak capacity, because I was worried that they were totally gonna attack and discover them while Lynn was in the midst of this weird haze. And at least we know that Tenzin is no longer in harm's way, in the path of danger, but Korra definitely is now. So we'll see if they stay here. Shoot. I can't keep making predictions. I'm gonna just avoid the self-induced anxiety for now and just see where this goes. There's so many freaking good things about the season. Again, another awesome element that I think other seasons didn't necessarily capture so much is just going to see world building, seeing different places in this universe here, in this world. I feel like we're going someplace new every episode here, and you know, now to go, if they do rendezvous with Tenzin, like at the air temple, to be there, that's gonna be so freaking cool. This has been so freaking good, and just this build up to whatever, you know it's there, you know it's threatening, and it's about to be released, and it's just, they've done so much, it's about to boil over, and the way they've built it up is so well done. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We are about midway through book 3 here, and it's already getting so good, and I feel like things are about to hit the fan. I will catch you guys in the next few episodes. Thanks for being patient with me between these releases of my reactions here. I do appreciate it, and of course I appreciate you guys tagging along and hyping it up as always along the way. I hope you guys are doing so well as always, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye guys.